A very good afternoon everyone. My name is Satvik and today I'll be presenting you Food Genie, an AI-powered food ordering platform built end-to-end using MERN Stack for my internship final evaluation at Geetanjali College of Engineering. And firstly, I didn't took this project as just an internship, but I've kept my fulfilled work to complete this project as a working protocol. So first, let me bring together what all tech I've used in this. I've used in this React, Node.js, Express, MongoDB with 3 real external integrations: Google Gemini for AI features, Geoapify and Leaflet for nearby restaurant discovery, and also integrated Stripe for payments. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk through the problem it solves and how it is architected and a look at working application. Now let's talk about the problem statement on the objectives. Traditional food delivering app have a features recurring limitations. Discovery is mostly static, images needed constant manual management, recommendations rarely feel personal, and review pile up without real insight. Food Genie was built to directly address each of these. Live Geoapify and leaflet based nearby discovery, Pexels powered automatic images with zero manual uploads, Gemini driven AI personalization, and AI based review analyzers that turns raw feedback into structured insight. Now let's get into project overview. At a glance, Food Genie is organized into 8 core modules as you can see on the screen. Authentication with JWT and role-based access, restaurant discovery, including live nearby search, menu browsing and ordering, a percent cart and checkout with coupons, Stripe-based payments, an AI layer powered by Gemini, a reviews and wishlist system, and an admin analytics dashboard. Each of these maps directly to real folder in the codebase. This isn't a mockup, it's actual feature set implemented. Now let's get into technology stack. The front end is built with React 18, Redux Toolkit for global state, React Router for navigation, and White as the build tool. The backend runs on Node.js and Express with JWT based authentication and Axios for outbound API calls. MongoDB with Mongoose is the primary data store for the intelligence and real world data. The app integrates Gemini API, Geoapify with Leaflet Maps for location, Pexels for automatic imagery, and Cloudinary for review photo uploads. Stripe handles the entire payment flow, including webhook verified order confirmation. Now, system architecture. Food Genie follows a clean layered architecture. The React frontend built with White and Redux Toolkit talks to an Express REST API mounted under API version 1. Requests pass through controllers that handle validation and operation, which in turn call dedicated service modules, one each for AI, Gemini, Geoapify places, Pexels images, and Cloudinary uploads. Services either persist data to MongoDB via Mongoose or call out the external APIs such as Gemini for AI, Stripe for payments, Geoapify for location search, and Pexels for images. This separation keeps each external integration isolated to a single file, exactly as it is organized in the real backend or services folder. Then we have database design, which is similar to an ER diagram. The data module centers on user and restaurant. Each user has exactly one cart and one wish list, and many orders and reviews. Each restaurant owns many food items, and food items are shared reference point for cart entries, order line items, and reviews, which is why the review model denormalizes both food item and restaurant references. So restaurant level review queries do not need an extra lookup. Coupons attached to orders at checkup time. Solid line shows ownership relations. Dashed line shows cross references used for lookups and favorites. Then application workflow. The full user journey has 8 steps. After logging in with JWT based authentication, a user browses and searches restaurants, opens a category wise menu, and adds items to server Persian cart. At checkout, coupon codes can be applied before a Stripe checkout session is created. Once payment is confirmed via Stripe webhook, the order enters a live tracking timeline. And finally, user can rate and review what they ordered, which feeds directly back into the AI recommendation engine. Then AI and smart features. This is where Food Genie goes beyond a typical CRUD app. Gemini AI provides personalized recommendation built from weighted blend of order history, wishlist activity, favorite cuisines, and search history. It also generates restaurant summarizes on demand and helps admin analyze review sentiment. Trending foods and restaurants are computed from live signals. For location, Geoapify Places API combined with Leaflet Maps shows the restaurant genuinely near the user. And since there is no manual image upload feature for restaurants or food items, Pexels automatically supplies relevant photograph at creation time with a 24 cache to avoid duplicate API calls. Then we'll get into the key features. Bringing it together, FoodGenii shipped 12 major user facing capabilities from secure authentication and live nearby restaurant search through to AI features, Stripe payments, real-time ordering tracking, and fully responsive interactive. Every tile here corresponds to a real and working route in the code base. Then let's get into UI showcase. These wireframes map directly to the real pages in the front end: home, restaurant details, cart, nearby restaurants, profile, and AI recommendation components. In the live demo, I'll walk through each of the screens running on the local host so you can see the actual rendered UI rather than a mockup. Then we have the API integration. Every external integration in FoodGenii is isolated behind its own service module. Gemini AI drives the generative and analytical features. Stripe owns the entire payment lifecycle with webhook verification as the single source of truth for whether an order is actually paid. Geoapify Places API, live nearby restaurant discovery, and Pexels automatically supplies photograph for restaurants and food items. Since there is intentional no manual image upload feature in this project, only Cloudinary is used and only for to review the images. Let's talk about the challenges and the solutions. Building this over multiple development phases surface some genuine engineering problems. Stripe webhook verification only works against the raw unpaced body, so that root had to be registered ahead of JSON body parser. Migrating state management from React context to Redux made project risk breaking every component, still calling the old hooks. So I wrote the thin Redux backend shims instead of rewriting components. External services like Pexels and Geoapify are designed to never throw, with caching to avoid hitting rate limits, and in local development without a live MongoDB connection, the server transparent falls back to an in-memory database. Then future enhancements. Looking ahead, the roadmap includes a delivery partner module and role. Push notifications so user don't need to manually refresh for order updates, real-time delivery tracking on the map, a richer admin CMS, voice-driven ordering, and a conversational AI assistant built on the top of existing Gemini integration. Results and achievements. By the numbers, FoodGenii has 9 MongoDB models, 10 distinct API root groups, 5 external service integrations, and over 14 React pages, all working together end-to-end from registration through payment and review. Architecturally, the layered service design and caching strategy keep the app resilient even when external APIs are slow or unavailable. On a personal level, this project pushed me to design a real production style architecture, integrate third party AI and location service responsibly, manage a mid project state management migration, and implement payments the correct way, trusting the webhook, not the client. And I would like to conclude, FoodGenii demonstrates a complete production style MERN application, secure authentication, a real database schema, AI driven personalization through Gemini, live location intelligence through Geoapify and Leaflet, and a properly verified Stripe payment flow. It was a valuable exercise in architecting in a layered backend, integrating multiple third-party services responsibly, and shipping a genuinely usable product. Thank you for your time. I'm happy to take any questions. Alright, this app now is running on the local host, as you can see. So whenever we refresh it, it pops up the login page, which includes the email address and password. Since we are starting it from scratch, I want to create an account for free. First, it asks you to enter your name. So I'm going to type my name and then my Gmail ID. Then password at least 6 characters. So you can see based on this password strength, it also indicates whether it consists of 8 plus characters, which consists one long capital letter and one small letter, which includes the 0 to 9 numbers and a special character, as you can see. And then I'm going to repeat the password just for the confirmation. And when it's confirmed, it shows a tick, else it shows some cross. So let's create an account. Then we are head over to the home page. Yeah, the home page consists of the minimal design of how the normal food delivery apps consists. We get the page like trending this week. This is basically given by AI itself. So we'll get the different restaurants like Chaat Chowk, Biryani Blues. These are the actual restaurants near my house. As you can see, I'm currently living at Hyderabad. I get the exact location where are these restaurants are existing in. So for this, I've used Leaflet and Geoapify just to get the current location of the restaurants. And you can see these images. These images are integrated by Pexels API. Like these images are not built by itself. Pexels API integrates those images requiring to the restaurants needed. And also I'm using Cloudinary only the reason to confirm these images are in the place or no. Okay, and at the same time I can find the trending foods too, like paneer biryani, special chicken biryani, veg club. Even these are the foods which are suggested by the API of Gemini. Okay, and then we have trending restaurants too, and we can even explore by cuisine like North Indian. Yeah, we can get by North Indian foods, American foods, bakeries, beverages, Chinese, continental, desserts, fast food, and etc. etc. So these all are categorized by the category they own, which restaurant they belong, and everything. And let's go for home, and let me order something. Let's go for burger bun. And yeah, let's order a paneer biryani. It's costing me $249. Let's add to the cart. Let's add special chicken biryani. And even this is you can see the notification over there. Here the whenever I'm adding the food, I'll get a small pop-up that the food is added to the cart. Then I can see the cart. Okay, my cart now exists of 2 items with one paneer biryani quantity 1 and one special chicken biryani of quantity 1 with the price tags similar to Zomato, Swiggy and other food restaurant apps. So our subtotal, which includes along with the delivery fee and tax. So let's proceed to checkout. So again it asks my personal details. Since I've just logged in with my username and password, I haven't given my details, personal details. So I'm going to fill them. Now I can pay with Stripe. Okay. Now it took my address, my number, my Gmail, everything, and it's stored as it is. Okay. Now here we have the checkout. So you can see my orders, the paneer biryani and the special chicken biryani, how much it costs, what's my delivery address, and it even costs my address snapshot. Okay, so I can pay through card payment, UPI or COD. As of now, I'm trying for going for COD. So yeah. It also gives a small pop-up message like keep your 605 rupees ready with the delivery partner. Okay, then we'll have the order summary. Let's place the order, and congrats, your order has been placed with the pop-up message shows over here. And you'll get in order being placed, you'll get your order ID, transaction ID, payment method which I have used as COD, payment status pending, invoice message, amount, the amount which I have to pay, and confirm that delivery checkout. And then if I want, I can continue shopping. Yes, and here I can see my orders which are accepted or placed. Okay, wish list, recently viewed, what all restaurants have viewed right now, and this everything takes place in the website itself. Also here my profile, you can see the profile. Okay, where the tokens will be given based on my like batches will be given based on my performance, like how many orders I'll be doing, and also it provides the day I've joined and number of orders I've placed. As of now I placed right now just one. And also you can go for the profile information, you can have your security, like you can change your password, and also you'll get the loyalty points. For every rupee you pay, you'll get 1 point. So based on this, by reaching 5000 you'll get promoted to silver, and also you'll get few discounts, coupons, which will be reduce your amount to be paid for the food delivery app. And I'm gonna log out now. Yes, logout has been done successfully, and yes, this is the project which I have built. Thank you. Now let's talk about AI chatbot which I have integrated in this website. This AI chatbot was built using Gemini API key. The good thing about this AI bot is it suggests me a few food based on my interest, and also it provides with few queries where I can manually chat with this bot. But I'm gonna ask it best. So where I can find the best chicken 65 food. So the best chicken 65 food, it gives me the answer. I'll start with chicken 65 from Blue Biryani Blues. So it matches with the restaurant menu, the food items, and gives me the perfect answer. Let me answer a few questions which I feel which are more relevant to this website. So the first one is, what happens if MongoDB isn't available during development? Okay, first the server.js tries the real Mongo URI. If that fails in the development, it automatically spins up to MongoDB memory server as an in-memory fallback, so the app still runs locally. In production, a failed connection causes the process to exit rather than silently running on the fake data. Then we have other question, how many databases models are there and what are they? There are completely 9. One is user, one is restaurant, food item, cart, order, review, wishlist, coupon, and menu categories. Next question, how does the nearby restaurant features work end to end? The front end. Nearby restaurant JSX, nearby restaurants map.jsx gets browser's geolocation call, and it consists of two working models like Geoapify and also Leaflet, which actually scans the places nearby your location and gives the nearby food restaurants within the 45 seconds. Why cache Geoapify for 45 seconds but Pexels for 24 hours? Geoapify results depends on live location and changes if user moves. A short cache avoids hammering the API on rapid re-rendering filter changes without serving stale location data. Pexels results for a given search query, like barely changed day to day, so a much longer cache avoids refetching the same image repeatedly. Now, how is authentication implemented? The authentication is implemented by using JWT based on login and register. A signed JWT is issued and set only an HTTP only cookie, so it isn't accessible to client-side JavaScript. How are passwords handled? Passwords are hashed and the schema mark the password field select false, so it's never returned by default in queries. Password reset uses a hash token stores in the DB with the raw token only, ever sent via the reset email link. How does order tracking works? Each order has a timeline array of status entries: placed, accepted, preparing, ready, out for delivery, delivered, plus cancelled or refund, each with timestamp and optimal nodes. So the main and last question is, if I had more time, what would I add first? Most likely a delivery partner role with real-time location tracking. Since the order timeline already models delivery status, live tracking is the natural next step, followed by push notifications so user don't need to poll for updates. And also I would work on the images for different restaurants and the items by the Pexels API. I'd work a little more and a better way to finally produce this MERN stack. Thank you.